There in sunny Victor Harbour, because we're at sunny Langhorne Creek at the moment. It's been like that all day. We've been here since, well, I've been here since before 7 o'clock this morning. So Trevor had a bit of a sleep in. He's here about 8:30.
Yeah, well, I snuck over here last night, Kevy. It was that cold. There's no way I was going to sleep in this van, I can tell you. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully, Tony, that we will get something like that. The toss has gone underway here, and I'm almost certain that Myponga Selix was the won the toss. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be kicking to the right of screen on YouTube, or for our radio viewers, listeners, sorry, they'll be going down towards the lake end, and of course that means that the Adelaide end are here, the Hills or Strathalbyn end will be where Langhorne Creek will be kicked to. So,
well, Trev, I think you're using the method there that we didn't see anyone say where they won the toss. So
I saw the coin go up, and the Myponga bloke held his hand probably about 2 inches from his body, and he pointed towards that end. I'm surmising that's onto it, but. For our YouTube viewers, the colours here are Langhorne Creek, which is their home ground, are the brown and gold, or yellow, and of course Myponga Selix are basically green and gold. So it goes on to it. So I'm just trying to pick a couple of players up here. There's Blackwell's in the, looks like he's in the defence, so we're pretty right, I think, spot on with the what's kicking there, Kevy. So. Yeah. But we're almost ready. The umpires holds the ball aloft here, and we come in for the final. Up, and straight away we have a whistle up, and there must be too many men in there, I would say, because
I think there was one beat the gun.
There's a recipient here of the Myponga Selix with the ball there, and goes round to Whitford. Whitford goes off quick, he kicks backwards and finds his player in the half-back flank. Goes out quickly there, and that was Sam Kennedy. He goes out wide, right out to the wing. In comes the ball, goes back again to Gilbert. He goes off. Myponga Selix using the handball, which they normally do. Goes around, comes out the back again. Still on the wing though, and it goes up into the centre. Late one coming up, took the arms out, and Myponga Selix with the first free kick here. He goes off, comes straight out there, bang, finds his player out here, and that one there is Anthony Kempster. Kempster goes off, goes up to full forward. Creeks are in the front, comes all out. Myponga Selix goes up, misses a target on it. Handball comes out again, picks up quickly, goes around to his player, spins back, almost gone onto it, gets the handball away, goes across quickly. Handball goes back in. Myponga missed it up again, wraps up onto there, gets on out the way. Goes off the Creeks now, kick it forward, but it's all Myponga Selix. They go back, handball back. They look like they got themselves organised today, the last game. Up they go, over the back, on the wing, on the clubroom side. Goes right through now, up forward, and goes on into the hands there of Anthony Kempster, and he handballs off quickly over to Levi Proud. Proud goes forward, and there's Myponga Selix in front, quickly grabs it there in Ryan Kelly. Kelly could have a shot from there, but he hasn't. He's driven it right across, goes up onto there, turns around. Handball comes out quickly by the Creeks there, and Cleggett. Cleggett goes out, finds his player out further on in Brodie O'Day. Brodie O'Day kicks it up there on the wing, goes over. Slipping in front there is Myponga and Clark. Bradley Clark rolls up. He's just right on the true wing, over the far side on the scoreboard side, and goes up to centre half forward. It goes, comes out, handball's intercepted there, quickly goes out through the creek there in Tonkin, Matt Tonkin. Goes off, comes up, driven into the ground. Myponga Selix goes off quickly through Levi Proud again, but the whistle's gone. I reckon it might be a turnover and Langhorne Creek free kick. Throws it back to the outside the 50, goes off, comes inside, finds his player quickly there, and that one there is Matt Dominish. He goes off, finds his player further up there in Hellier. Langhorne Creek with a couple of players out today, their normal one going on. He goes over, and that's a misdirected kick, and Myponga Selix get it, and it comes over to Scott Ogilvie. Scott Ogilvie, right at full back here now, comes out here, the clubroom side, kicks off, gets his player out there, and that one there is Chalmers. Chalmers goes off, up forward. Langhorne Creek cannot take the mark, goes in stop. goes off, handball comes up, comes back again to his player there in Cody Hellier, goes up there, goes back over the back. Maiponga slip handballs, smothered on the boot there by Cartinieri, and she goes over the boundary line, forward pocket for a throw-in. So there's a bit of seesawing going here. No one's hit the scoreboard yet, Kevy, so it goes off.
Haven't even got close to it. Anyway, the umpire throws the ball back in. Juggled ball out there, and Maiponga pick it up, gets a hand pass away, and Maiponga on their way again. They're in trouble there. And I think they've umpire blow his siren. No, he didn't. He might have blown his whistle this time though, and a free kick goes out there to player Jake Spinks for Maiponga Sellicks. Kicks it down a little bit, and it's been marked down there by
Ben Kennedy.
And Kennedy now will kick the ball right down to centre half forward out there.
Flintham.
And Flintham's done well, taking the mark above his head, and he kicks it into the pocket, and the ball has gone across there to, I reckon that's Ryan Kelly that's got it this time. And Kelly centres the ball, and it's a long way out the way there, and it's Ben Kennedy.
Smart.
And back it comes. Back there through Jack Hall for Langhorne Creek, and the ball will stay
just bounced
inside.
over.
Bounced over the line, and the umpire goes through the fence, picks up the ball, will go back and throw it in. In he comes now, tosses it in. Over the back of the pack it goes, taken down there by Jake Spinks. Spinks gets it across, and this could be another mark out here to Langhorne Creek now. It's gone out to Langhorne Creek, it's gone out to them, and they have a chance to put a score on the board. I think they might have a good chance to put a score on the board now, and it's been taken out there by the Creeks by Jake Dominish. And Dominish, it's not that far out.
Nah.
On a little bit of an angle though, but not too bad, you would think, from there. He comes in there to take his kick, around about 35 I suppose. Puts the ball on the boot, kicks it in, and the goal umpire just looks back, arches.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
You can easily kick it from the 50 out here at the creek. Up in the centre it goes. Ruckman goes up, comes back down, goes straight away there to the Creeks and Canes. He turns around, goes forward now. Creeks back into attack up in their 50 arc zone. Goes over, comes straight out there in the handball goes out. Maiponga Sellicks are going to get it. Hit him in the face actually, so it goes up. Hellier gets it out, comes over to Spinkso for Maiponga. He goes out wide, onto there, and Blackwell on the wing. Pick him up, he's got one of my haircuts, not much on top at all, as he turns around, goes over. So Hellier now with the ball for the Creeks, comes back inside, finds his player quickly there in O'Day. O'Day comes forward, and that's a poor kick and goes straight in the arms there of Luke Whitford. So Maiponga goes off, short kick goes over, finds his player there in the back lines and goes quickly over there, and that's Hedger. Hedger now, short kick goes in, spotting up, so they're hitting the targets on it. They go out now. Carroll comes back. He turns around, gets pushed by Continuary and gets away with it. Turns around, the Creeks recover, goes over to Dominish. He can't get onto it. Handball comes, goes straight back there into Anthony Kempster. He goes right back, which Maiponga does, to over there in Ogilvie. Ogilvie goes across the ground once again, and he finds Hedger. Hedger goes straight across, 3 kicks, and they're still on the back pocket, and that's Trevino, and he's in trouble, breaks it, gone off, he's getting plenty of time to get rid of it, and he turns around and goes on it. Hedger now breaks up to it, he kicks it, and this could almost be a kick there, goes over the boundary line, be a free kick to the Creeks. Untouched, they bungled that one up right from the start. Kick comes in straight away and spots up the Langhorne Creek player. They got him themselves all sorts of trouble there. 3 kicks right across from the back pocket here, and it wasn't much advantage. And of course, in the end, with the pressure on, and they tossed it up. So Jake Dominish is lining up again. He kicked the last one, and he's got right in. He's only going to be 30 metres out, almost dead and
Little
straight.
stab kick too.
Yeah, goes up, kicks the ball, hangs it in. The old umpire steps back inside, looks over. Here he comes up. Signal come go.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Chipping and not playing.
Well, this happened
active.
yesterday, don't forget, with the team that didn't kick another goal until around about 3/4 time. And
I think the big difference here is that the Creeks won't set back in it. So yeah.
And the ball's given back for another throw up there by the umpire in the centre after that last score. And the Creeks are off again. Blackwell's got the ball. He'll kick it right down to the pocket out there, and almost a mark taken by the Creeks. Couldn't complete it though. And it's gone across the line and out of bounds. So Creeks are starting to get their share of the ball now as well as score with it. Boundary umpire throws it in. In it goes. Out of the pack it goes. Quick kick out of the pack, and that's gone out. Right angle bend.
Untouched.
And it goes out with no one touching it, and Blackwell can have another kick in. Blackwell now, he's out in front of the old scoreboard over there. The new one now is a brand new electronic scoreboard here at Langhorne Creek. And here's a ball now. They were having a kick at goal and
Smothered and almost
smothered. And
you wouldn't think. You'd think into that pack it might have been touched. The boundary umpire's caught out. I don't think he knows.
Well, it would have had to have been touched, wouldn't
well,
it?
it was
Couldn't
right
have
in the
gone
pack,
through.
wouldn't it? Yeah. And it screwed off, virtually off the side of the boot. So good decision there, yep. Unsure, throw in comes.
Boundary umpire tosses it in. In it comes. Oh, Langhorne Creek player there tried to probably do too much with it. Players is allowed to go on though. The ball's held to the Maiponga player, and he will get up and give it back to the umpire, and that player that it was held to was Ryan Kelly. Trev, see if you can get a score.
Certainly goes up and down it comes. Ruckman goes in, handball comes out. Oh, there's packs around here. There's not much going on. Players going down everywhere. Maiponga trying to get it out through their player there, but he can't. He gets wrapped up, and the Creek still got it on their forward pocket, their area, as Dennis Rice throws the ball in the air. Up it goes, comes back down, turns around, tries to get over there. Maiponga player wrapped up onto it, and it'll be a repeat by umpire Rice. So we turn around, gets up onto you. He throws in there, still in the back flank for there. Comes out off hands quickly, kicked over there. Guess what? Pick it out there. Was that Dominish again?
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
Yeah, we talked about that clock before, Kevin, and that's winding down 12 minutes, so...
Yeah, I don't know how it's done that.
Yeah. Up in the centre it goes, comes back down, nobody gets it. I reckon that looks a bit firm there, and it's turned around, and Maiponga will get the recipient of this free kick, and he's hurt too. He's turned around, the shoulder went down in the turf there, and that's Gilbert. Handball's off, so Maiponga Sellicks go forward. Up there, intercepting mark to Blackwell for the Creeks, though. He goes out wide. They know how to play this ground because it's their home ground. Goes out wide, finds his player running out there, and that one through is Ben Arben. Handball goes off, not real smart or clever, goes off. The Maiponga side can't get through to it, and that was it's Jake Spinks, and she goes over the boundary line. We've got a throw in on the forward flank, at least for Maiponga Sellicks. Up she goes. Spinks goes up. Can't get it right down onto it. Comes off hand. Goes over to Kennedy. Kennedy gets a kick. Goes forward. Goes out there. 2-on-1. Wraps up there. Creek player wrapped all up there. Then he finally gets it all out. Comes into there. Goes back over there. Gets wrapped up. Stolen over here. Go on to my Ponga Selix. He goes in. Kicks it all up. And turn around. There's the goal. So there's the reply they want. And we turn around and pick him up. Kevy's the orange boots, I reckon. So we'll pick that up in a minute. So the FBAG scoreboard, my Ponga Alex, 1 goal, number 38. Turns around, goes to Langhorne Creek, 3 goals. Connor Sampson. Well, to say they needed that one, Kevin, is an understatement.
Yeah, like all in the head, didn't they? Really, they
is.
Had to get it sooner or later.
Yeah, the cloud's starting to break here. There's virtually no real breeze. There's only just a light luft out there. It might change and swing and come up a bit later, but the clouds are breaking and it's quite a nice day.
Umpire tosses it up high in the air again. Here's a chance for the Creeks to get the ball out there, fighting with it on the ground out there, and the umpire says, well, I'll win this one. I'll take it and throw it up. Doesn't look like he wanted any help up there. He gets up, gives the ball back to the umpire, and off they go again with the ball down there, and it's a
advantage. No, the umpire's called it back.
I was going to say it was no advantage out of that. And my Ponga get the free kick.
Kennedy.
And now it's Kennedy. Kennedy kicks it right down to that forward line. Off hands it goes. The ball's down on the ground and they're fighting for it there. And the umpire will come in and settle it all up with another toss-up on the just inside the 50 down there for my Ponga Selix. Ball now is over near there in the forward line it goes, and it's gone out to bounds without anyone touching it. Didn't matter whether it went out in the full or not, still a free kick. And the Creeks will bring the ball back in. Sticking with the far side of the ground. That's not a bad kick down there. Off hands it goes again. And here's a chance out there through Thomas Carroll. And Carroll gets it back and the ball's off hands and back it comes again through Darcy Clifford. And
touched and over the boundary line.
Has kicked it. And it's gone, as Trevor said, over the boundary line. Anyway, there's no ruckman there. He threw it in. They were all standing around watching, I think. And umpire tossed it in and they went for it. And only one player
Proud
went for it. And Proud, he's got it down into the forward line. It goes for my Ponga. Off hands it goes again.
Guess what?
And that is
bingo. Kennedy.
Another goal.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power!
Yeah, it's gone to 16.
Yeah, they're counting upwards on it. So up they go. Whitford gets it in the centre for my Ponga. Handball comes out through the creek, so breaks off into the centre, turns around quickly, goes off, drives us up to full forward. Up they go over the back, can't get to it. Series of smashes go out. Dominish tries to get into it, goes around, Creeks get over, go up to top. He picks it all up, throws it all out, goes over and turns around, goes down. Handball comes out. My Ponga Selix trying to get it all out, gets the kick, goes off there, and it goes over the boundary line. The umpire, he's going to kick this, pick it out, so it must have been touched, and he's going to throw it into the forward pocket for Langhorne Creek. Clubber inside though, up she goes. Good throw in that one, goes up, Whitford goes over. My Ponga picks it all up. That's Kennedy. He got one high, I think. Advantage goes, but the umpire says no, take it back. Proud can't get away with it, and he'll take it back to Kennedy. He turned around, bit of shoving and argy-barging over there, and there's a current in there pushing his weight around. Kevin, I don't know what they do.
He ain't got much. Anyway.
So up they go forward. Spoil comes from behind, goes up, taps out there. Creeks, they miss that one. Comes out quickly, he handballs, gets wrapped up, and he runs over the boundary line for a throw in right in front of the interchange here on the Creek Oval. On the clubroom side, so he goes up, Goes up onto there, into the air it goes, turns around. Whitford gets it for Maiponga. Turns around, doesn't do much once it gets on the ground. He just wanders around. And there's a high one to the creeks, goes to Joshua Torque. So Torque gets up. So it's just stagnant in the air at the moment. So as we go on, the Creeks now drive it to their forward flank. Goes out in front. There was Clark for Maiponga Select.
Number 19, so it had to be Clark.
Take Daddy's number. So he turns around and rolls up onto him. He's on the back flank, drives it back up to the wing, goes over there, turns around. That's all the Creek. Has to get interference. Not goes up onto there, and it comes over to Darcy Clifford. Well, on the FBAG scoreboard, it is Langhorne Creek 3 goals to Maiponga Select 2 on the FBAG scoreboard, Kev.
Yes, and the Creeks have got the ball now around about centre half back. Down the ground it goes. Oh, they fly high there. I think all he did was hurt his own man. Anyway, as a hand pass goes into Levi Proud. Proud goes across with it there to Harrison Cock. And the ball now lands in the hand of David Warren. Off hands it goes again. Goes over near the boundary line, across the boundary line this time, and it will be thrown in by the umpire. Good view there, isn't it, of a country oval?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad oval, this one. It's, you know.
For those on YouTube, it's a pretty nice setting here for an oval. Anyway, the ball now is on the ground. Player there's trying to go through. He's got the ball under one arm and pushing all his opponents away with the other arm. Maybe they could have given him holding the ball. That was Cooper Gilbert that did that. Anyway, here's a kick now. Another one that's gone out there to McLaren, and that was Jake Dominish to Langhorne Creek.
Kicks it straight back in there. Find their parts as Harrison Cock. Harrison Cock goes across the ground. That's where they went last time. Finds his big player in Hedger. Hedger goes over, and that's where they got themselves into trouble last time. So goes up now under the old scoreboard. Taken on the chest there by Maiponga. Goes out. Drives off. He drives up there now, right up onto the wing. Goes up into there in front of the Creeks, and an easy mark to him in front of them. Turns around, picks up 22 or something. It might have been, but yeah, could be Saunders. Turns around, Creeks though, go forward, up there, can't get the ball, goes in the front of the pack, picking it up quickly there was Cleggett. Cleggett couldn't get away, kicked up there by Hall. Hall for the Creeks goes over, finishes up over the boundary line there through the hands of Connor Sampson, and it's a ball up by the boundary umpire. Well, we reckon we've got 20 minutes gone, I reckon, Kevy, somewhere around about that mark, and yeah. So up she goes on the forward flank up there. Goes on. Handball out there by Spinks. It was wild, wasn't it? Straight out to Prouden. He only just got to it before it got to the boundary line.
Could have been a free kick if it did.
Yeah, but it's by hand or foot, so it was a handball. So it was lucky he touched it, so they kept possession. So up they go. Goes out to there. Maiponga Select grabs it out the air there, and that one there was Humphreys, and turns around, gets up. Handball goes off quickly over to Carroll. Carroll goes up, gets the ball in the back there, goes out to Maiponga. Oh, he gets tagged and dragged down and gets away with it. So he comes over. The Creeks now moving the ball, goes over, picks up there. Ball comes up, back they go onto there. Short kick again. They go out here on the flank. Turns quickly over there. That's Cock. Cock goes over, full forward, up and down. Big hands go in for the Creeks. Goes over. They get down onto there. Hellier can't get to it. Maiponga gets up. He gets wrapped up and crashed into, and it's right at full forward for a throw up.
Bit of a scrappy match at the moment, isn't it?
Yep. So he turns around, gets up onto there. So Rice stands up, looks angrily at the player. Creek player ran into him. Goes up there. The whistle goes up, and it could be a free kick to Maiponga. And this one's going to Thomas Carroll. Umpire said was shepherd out, and you kept him out the play, and you can't do that.
The coach.
So right in front of him here now. Good kick. He'll kick inside the 50-metre arc. So he'll probably go around about the 46, 47 mark. He'll go, kicks it up, and that is not a Carroll's kick. Hangs it in slightly though, but a minor score only. So on the FBAG scoreboard, they go to 2 goals, 1 to Langhorne Creek, 3 straight goals.
That's the first behind for the game so far.
And it's not like him to kick them, is it?
As the ball will be brought back in again. This kick is lobbed almost in the centre circle from the kick in. It's been marked down there by Elliot Chalmers. And he kicks it in short out there, and I don't know why the player there didn't try and mark it. That was Whitford. Goes across now, and he could play on if he wants to. He didn't want to, though. Not enough people down there to kick it to.
Yeah, Brody
and he decides to kick it down the other end. Kicks it across the ground, and it comes out, and Dominic has got himself another kick.
They need to do something about him, don't they?
It's on the wing. What did he kick?
3.
3 goals?
Yep.
And down the ground it goes. Ooh.
Elliot.
Just as well that missed. The punch away down there by the Ponga player. He's had to hit him in the head. That might have made a bit of a dent in his ear off. And now Kobe Hellier, grandson of Ken Follett.
Yeah. If he's anything like Ken, he'd hit it behind the ear, wouldn't have hurt him.
Just made him go better.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's gone back a long way. Comes in now to take the kick. Kick it right on the 50-metre arc down there, which he does do, and it goes through, and that is a second point for the game, and this time it goes to Ponga. So it's what is it? It's 3 goals 1 to 2 goals 1 on our FPA scoreboard.
The kick comes straight back in and gets Sebastian Gerardo for Ponga Sellers. Drops the ball here on there. Kennedy gets it. Handball goes back. Turns around quickly, has to get onto it. He gets slung after it. That should be a free kick. He turned around after the kick. He was still slung. There goes the siren. So at quarter time here on the Langhorne Creek Oval, we have Langhorne Creek have gone to 3 goals 1 to the Ponga Selix, sitting on 2 goals 1. So that's
and the 3 goals for Langhorne Creek, all kicked by Jake Dominish, and the 2 by Ponga Selix, 1 to Connor Sampson and the other 1 to Ben Kennedy.
Certainly yes. We'll wrap up here now. It's 90.1 Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies have over 40 years experience in mining and blending soils and organics. We're specialist in turf soils, landscaping and organic blends. Customised washed sands for horse arenas, sports grounds and building sands. We also have a large range of decorative stones, gravels, mulches and pine barks. From car trailers to all truckloads. Wholesale Quarry Direct. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies, 86 Sandmine Road, Mount Compass. Open Monday to Friday 7am to 4pm and Saturday 7am to 11am. Phone 8556 8421. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies have over 40 years experience in mining and blending soils and organics. We're specialist in turf soils, landscaping and organic blends. Customised washed sands for horse arenas, sports grounds and building sands. We also have a large range of decorative stones, gravels, mulches and pine barks. From car trailers to all truckloads. Wholesale Quarry Direct. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies, 86 Sandmine Road, Mount Compass. Open Monday to Friday 7am to 4pm and Saturday 7am to 11am. Phone 8556 8421.
So yep, 3-1, 2-1. So it's only a goal difference, and we're coming up into here, and yeah, the crowd's just starting to drift off. They're in no rush, so they get too many on here, and then they turn around. They struggle to get them out. So umpire Curran in the centre with the ball, looking up, turns around.
So there's a heap of other kids
Yeah,
out
and the
there
kids
too.
are still over there kicking the football.
They've had 6 minutes for quarter time.
Yeah, and like I said, look at that. They're still kicking around. Football's going on the ground. They don't give a rat's razoo here. Yeah, like you were saying before, Kevin, and we're almost set to go here. Umpire holds the ball aloft now, so he turns around and goes underway here. In he comes. Up she goes. Bruckman go up. Nobody really gets it. Comes back down. Creeks try to barge through on it. Comes out quickly. Handball goes back into the pack again. Comes over. My Ponga Selec's getting up right on the cricket pitch, and that looks fairly firm, Kevy, to me from here.
Yeah, I walked across it this morning, Trev. It was fairly wet.
Oh, it doesn't look it.
7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, the sun's out here now, and it certainly doesn't look like it. So, ball goes up. We turn around and get onto it, and we go up into here. So, my Ponga Selects get held up into here, and they go forward onto there. So, we turn around and go up. It goes out. The ball goes out. Comes around. Handball comes back out. Turns back into it. Goes back around onto it and goes into there. There's Kempster. Gets up there. He gets wrapped up, and the Creeks put the pressure on it, and up they get with it. So it goes to Mitchell Cleggett. Clubroom side. You watch the difference here. He'll short kick and go over and just finds up there, and he finds around. He finds his player there in Matt Dominish. Matt Dominish looks for it. Kick goes into the pocket. Probably a bit too far. Oh, good judgment there to the Creeks. And they come back around into there, and it comes out there. And this is Tasman Follett. Another grandson.
Oh, another grandson.
Oh, this is, I tell
Meeting
you
of
what.
the Follett clan, isn't it?
Yeah, my Ponga Selects, they get the Hutchisons, and of course then the Folletts here. So anyway, all related to him anyway in some way. So Tasman comes up, goes off, drives up there. The umpire bends over, flicks his arms across him and says, and that's a minor score. So on the FPA scoreboard, Langhorne Creek go to 3 goals to my Ponga Selects 2.
It's the same location with Mary.
The ball will be brought back in now by my Ponga Select. Decides to go over that far side of the ground. Good kick in, and it's not that far off the centre circle. Hand pass now goes across, goes down the ground, and here's a chance for my Ponga Selects. They've got control of the ball all the way down the ground and did everything right except put the ball through the goals. That's a minor score only, and my Ponga Selects now 2 goals 2 to my Blue Langhorne Creek, 3 goals 2 on our FPA scoreboard.
Certainly is. So there's Mrs. Galore there, come out there. The Creeks now step inside, drives us back out the clubroom side, goes out there, running straight through it as it there is Langhorne's Creek, and they take that on their chest. So he rolls up, spins around now. Goes on where he goes over, comes straight in there now into Brodie O'Day. O'Day goes back, goes across, finds his player out there in Ben Arbin. Arbin goes out wider still, finds his player out there in Saunders. Saunders messes up on a bit, just gets to his player. He goes up onto the wing, goes up and down, can't get it. Spinks tries to get to it too. Comes straight out over there to Rothy. Rothy puts it all up and goes off, and the Creeks are on their forward flank and they mark it. Goes off there. Well, Ponga gets back over the top there. Guess who, Kevin?
Again, another one.
Jake.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Was topside, and the other one I think was Believe They Might Be, because they never got into the game. You know,
Well,
like I
I'm
said,
good.
the first 10 minutes was them, and then nothing in the second quarter, and the third
They
quarter
won
they
10
still didn't
minutes
do it.
of 120.
Yeah.
Anyway, umpire throws the ball up again. Down it goes. Chance out here for my Ponga to get the loose ball out down the ground, and it's got out there to maybe Samuel Kennedy. Here's a chance now for the ball to come in. Picked up out there by Langhorne Creek, and they're all standing around watching out there because not much is happening. And the umpire gets over there and says, "Give it to me and I'll throw it up," which he does do. Up it goes, push down. Here's a chance for the Creeks to get the ball out. They do get it out. They'll get it down there.
Blackwell.
And now that's Blackwell with it. He gets it down, and almost a mark taken down there by my Ponga through Whitford. Or was it out before he...
No, he just got his hand to it, unfortunately.
Otherwise,
if he had fallen over, he probably got the kick. Cause
anyway, from the ball throw it in then, neither ruckman were ready for it, and the ball's on the ground, and some of the Maiponga players are putting their hands out for holding the ball, but don't think so. And umpire Rice gets the ball and throws the ball up high. Well, they all stood around then, and the ball was thrown up, hit the ground without anyone touching it, and the umpire will come in again and say, "I'll throw it up," which he does do out there. Ball was pushed down to the ground.
Oh, good intercept.
And good interception down there by Maiponga, and the ball now
over
is
the shoulder
right
by
down
Spinks.
to the... Was it no?
Creek's
Oh,
kick.
I
No,
think
he's going to bring it back.
I think he is bringing it back.
Go to Jed Rothy.
And play's allowed to go on down there, and it's gone over the top
Hellier.
to Hellier. Hellier's now just in the defensive 50-metre arc. Play on, calls the umpire, and he kicks it out down there. Creeks
Continue.
got it, and that was Continuary. Continuary
That's
puts
gonna
it
be a
straight
kick
out
over.
of bounds, straight into the fence, and the ball will be brought back in by
Charmans.
So they've got it now. Up high it goes. Ruckman fly high, and always a good strong mark down there.
Keynes.
By 15, Jack Keynes.
He
isn't it?
wanted, yep, he wanted to play on, but he's standing right next to man on the mark.
Oh, that was a good kick across
Arben.
there, and that is gone out there to Ben Arben.
Blackwell again. He
And
sets up
Blackwell's
play.
got it again. He's had a lot of kicks so far this game, and the ball now comes out loose, and there's the little fella running away, and that's Ogilvy. Ogilvy puts it into the
Touched.
goal down there, and it's touched and through for a minor score. So Langhorne Creek go to 4-4 now to Maiponga Selix, 4-2, unless they put it up before.
Yeah,
They
it
put it
turns
up before
around.
we saw it.
Creek's come back into it, goes over there, goes around short, up and down. Spoil comes up, comes out quickly over there. Smothered again. This is real good defensive work by Maiponga Selix. They were under a lot of pressure there, and they almost messed that up. So he turns around and goes into it. So, yeah, the scoreboard is the Creeks 4-3 to Maiponga Selix 2-2. So they were quick for you then, Kevy. So the throw in right by the point post goes up. Whitford goes up. Maiponga Selix gets it. Kick is smothered. Out it comes out. Continuary gets it. Handball's over. Goes around to there and goes off into there. And that was Warren. Warren misses, and it turns around. He gets a minor score. So now on the F-Bag scoreboard, they go to 4-4 to Maiponga Selix 2-2.
Yeah, with these scores now, with these electronic scores, they put them up now just about before they kick it. Anyway, from the kick in, ball's gone out here, and the player there from Langhorne Creek was held onto, and that is Continuary, and he'll get another kick in. Only a little fella, isn't he? Not much of him out there, but what there is of him can move like, he kicked in the man on the mark, I think, then, by the look of the kick. And out it comes. The Creeks get it back in again, and there's another behind out there for Langhorne Creek. So it's 4-5 this time. I reckon I got it.
Yep.
Before they put it up.
Good boy, Kevy. You're getting quicker than a scoreboard.
I'm beating them now.
Oh, tell me not to push your buttons. So anyway, here we go in. Now Maiponga Selix bring it back in towards the clubhouse. Up and down. Flintham goes up and marks right in front of his eyes. Turns around, looks forward. He's hesitant though. There's not much movement going out. They come over. Cox can't get to it. Comes out there. Continuary rushes it over. Right in front of the interchange here on the club room side. So wing position for here on the Creek Oval. Boundary umpire puts it all in, bit short,
Oh,
goes
too
up
short.
onto it. The ruckman has to push it out, and he goes over and finishes up and says, "Mate,
You know why that
have
was too
another
short,
go."
Trev? They were about 35 metres away from it.
Yeah, but it was still just a bit.
It was short.
It was
but
just a bit low, so yeah. Young lads, they learn like
Give 'em a
it's
go
up in the
again.
air, you
This
get
is
them, but the
good.
ruckmen have got to be
Again,
quick enough
they're
to
too far
realise
back.
that. Yeah, so Warren gets it for the Creeks, goes out up there forward, and that's a big strong mark there by the Creeks. He plays on quickly. Cleggett, I reckon it was, goes out, goes over the Dominish. Dominish goes into the
That's a
pocket,
good mark.
and there it is, right in front of the eyes where you want it, and Hellier rolls himself up for another goal. He's going to kick out. See, look at this. He's walked right back into the people on the boundary line, inside the ropes, with a drink in their hand, a coffee, and she's turned around, she's still in there. You wonder why you need to put signposts up around here to keep the public from being in on the playing field.
You didn't get hurt themselves.
Yeah, goes off, goes on there. Hellier's missed again, so he's kicked 3 straight points today. So on the FPA scoreboard, will this hurt them when they quickly go now to 4 goals, 6
Yeah.
to my Ponga Selleck's 2-2.
And from the kick in now,
That
my
was his
Ponga
own player.
tackled each other, didn't they?
Yep.
I thought I was seeing things then, Trev. But anyway, I was. And I can't believe that's the first time I've seen one team tackling a
Yeah.
player in their own team.
Called being cosy teammates.
It is, isn't it? Umpire throws the ball up high after that indiscretion then by the 2 by Ponga players. And from that there, they've got to sort themselves out now and work out what colours they are. Umpire throws the ball up again. And here's a chance now for Langhorne Creek to get it out wide. It's gone out wide over there.
Hall.
And that is Hall that's got it. And he kicks it out to his teammate, finds him,
Damien James.
and down the ground it goes. And this could be out of bounds. It is out of bounds. And the umpire will throw it back in. Yeah, some interesting things, isn't it?
Yeah, it
You don't
shows.
see that very often in the finals.
Well,
where one player
it's,
takes another one.
it's sort of not a good thing to see. So they're either rattled or you don't know what your teammates are around, and that's not good signs.
No.
Anyway, it goes up and down from the throw in. My Ponga Selleck's get it. Out they go. Comes over the back. Arbin pushing it along, trying to get to the Creeks. He gets it, flicks it all up. She goes over the boundary line on the forward wing position here for a throw in. So boundary umpire comes in with himself. Sets it all up, goes up, swings that one up. Ruckman push themselves out. They go around. Keynes gets it, comes down there. Creeks get it. Dominish gets it. He gets wrapped up and puts on the ground. The umpire has to come in for a throw up. Umpire Rice. In he gets, puts the ball up in the air. Up they go. Smashed by my Ponga Selleck. Goes forward. Comes out to Kennedy. Kennedy swings, bush, and it's smothered, so even he can't get a clean kick away. Picked up by Dominish. Goes over. He kicks it all up and will go over the boundary line untouched and will be a free kick to my Ponga. In they come. Back inside. Finds his player there. That one there could be Kempster.
Chalmers. It is
Chalmers are 6 or 8, so yeah, goes off into the centre, up and down. My Ponga Selleck gets it quickly out through there in Kelly. Kelly goes forward, up and down, and there's Kennedy. Grabbed it, couple of grabs, and he gets into it. He handballs off quickly. I don't know why he must have. He's not even having a kick. Goes off quickly, but it doesn't matter, so they've missed that one. So turn around. My Ponga Selleck go to 2 goals, 3 on the scoreboard. I think it is to,
That's their first score this quarter.
Yep,
Anyway,
yep.
from the kick in, the Creeks have got the ball, and it's a shocker. Creeks, the player standing there by himself, and that's James Hutchinson. And he's got a chance here to put a goal on the board because he'll kick this from inside 50. Comes in now, player on the mark, sees it that way, and yes, let's hand him a goal.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
look efficient going forward. They're scrambling. That was a bad defensive one by the Creeks to let him in. But up in the centre it goes. Continuing gets it all up. Handball's out. Goes out wide to his player. He steps back inside. Almost kicks it into his own man. Goes up on there. Up and down they come. And that's talk, I reckon, for the Creeks. 29. No, it's Humphreys. Goes up to it, goes over there and goes over. Quickly marked there, out there by Nathan Hedges for my Ponga Selix. Goes up on the wing, body goes out, Spinks picks it all up, looks inside, misses the target, but they've got a couple of players here. Picked up quickly out there is Harrison Cock. Hands off to Spinks. Spinks goes over and there's that lazy turnover that goes to Langhorne Creek. Goes up forward now. Clark attacks him from the front. Turn around, gets up onto there. My Ponga player wrapped up there in there was Dallas. Couldn't get away with it, and umpire Rice comes in for a ball up. On the forward pocket for the my Ponga Select side, he gets met head on, goes down, the umpire comes in for a repeat.
15-minute mark of the term trip.
Yep, so up he goes, right up in that pocket. Goes up and down, bang, that looked a little bit high as he comes through. The umpire's gone, nope, he's still okay. So he turns around and repeats the throw up. Up they go. Whitford gets it all out. Handball comes back. Creeks dive in on it. Pushed it out. Whitford gets it. He tries to handball. Can't go down close. Kicked out there by Langhorne Creek. Goes out on the full and it's a free kick to my Ponga Selix.
Might even still be up the tree over there.
This will get through Sam Kennedy. He'll get it. Yeah. Well, you said it was a nice park setting, Kevin, but in Australia, like out here, it's not amongst the gum trees. No, this is amongst the vineyards. Yeah. So anyway, finally it comes out of all that she oak type tree out the back there, and they've got it. So we'll get a little bit of extra time here now. Time back on now. They turn around and get us. So Sam Kennedy drives it all out, goes out there. Creeks put the pressure on, picks it up through there. Hedger for there. Creek goes. My Ponga Selix go back again. Kick comes back up to the clubroom side. Over there, Blackwell comes out and takes that easy. He's moving around enough. Should be called play on. There he goes. Oh, what a shocker that was. The worms are out there and they've said duck. Anyway, he comes up quickly out. My Ponga Selix goes out there and picks it out quickly out through there in Kelly. Kelly goes out wide, goes over there, turns around. Big battling out there. Boy, look at that. He just dived down there. No one had him now and got it. You should ping him on that. He's making no attempt. He just dived down, thought he's going to get it. What's the umpire done? Pinged him for it? Yep. So they should. That's a good decision, that one. He knew he was going down, so he just dived and held onto it. So he comes over now to the Creeks, picks up with Arbin. Arbin comes out wide to Blackwell. Blackwell will run. Bounce, then he misses it, goes back, turns around, gets caught up, then he gets slung down. Got his boot to it. My Ponga Selix now gets over to it. Handball goes out wider again. Flintham pushes it all over to Kennedy. Kennedy's handball, Cock out there, goes out wider. They are messing this up, my Ponga Selix. Flintham tries to go onto it, gets hold onto it, and here it goes. Break comes around onto there. Langhorne Creek get it. They go down. Flintham gets rewarded for a hanging onto there, and that was through number 3. We didn't have that one onto there, Kevy, I don't think, from my Ponga Selix. I thought it was a 3.
No 3.
Must have been more, so yeah. So anyway, it goes over the boundary line for the my Ponga Selix forward lines for a ball in. They're just struggling to get cohesion, my Ponga Selix. Yeah. They don't look the side that they were before, a bit like Wollonga at the moment. So, yeah, perhaps the Creeks will make a big rising. Up it goes, comes out quickly. The Creeks pick it up through there, and that's Matt Tonkin. Tonkin goes out and picks up here through bad one kicking through Sam Kennedy. Sam Kennedy will have a shot at goal. He moves himself outside the 50. Pretty acute angle. He's going to kick right from the new scoreboard. As it zooms back, you'll see it just to the left of the screen, coming into play any minute now. There he goes, drives this up. This sits up. The umpire's not moving much, so it's not a bad kick. Comes in, goal.
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
Trouble is that they're getting goals on mistakes, aren't
Yep.
they? That's the thing. Anyway,
It's his Father's Day, perhaps.
yeah.
Thinking of Dad.
It could be. Anyway, the ball gets thrown up in the centre of the ground. My Punga Selects get it out of the centre of the ground. Down it comes, and there's a chance here for the 29 out there, and that is James Hutchison again. James Hutchison is a pretty good kicker of the football too.
Yeah, well, he's kicking just outside the 50.
And it's gone down, and it's
Touched over the boundary line.
over the boundary line, says the boundary umpire standing there.
Yeah, so we've got 20 minutes gone, Kevy. The clock's counting down to, we're up, I should say, nearly 20 minutes gone on there.
Yep.
So,
I reckon there'd probably be
pretty right on, I'd say.
3 minutes time on, 4 minutes time.
Yeah,
Could go 25. Anyway, umpire throws the ball up. Here's a quick kick out of the pack there for Langhorne Creek. Oh, that is a good mark. Looking
Trevina,
over
isn't
your
it?
shoulder at the ball coming towards you there, and that's Trevina. Aaron Trevina. Well, easy to mark a ball when it's coming over your head like that. It's
No.
floating all over the place. Looks like he's been around for a while.
Yeah, what, round the tummy? He's pulling the shirt down there. That's pretty tight just in that area.
Anyway, he comes in now to have a shot maybe at goals, and it's going to fall a little bit short of the goals, but it's a point, and that is 4 goals 4 to my Ponga Selix, and 4 goals 6 to Langhorne Creek in our FPA scoreboard.
Right, let's see if the Creeks can hit the Mapunga Selix target again. In he comes from full back. Steps out, sits right onto the end of the goal square there, now gets called to play on. Drives out, comes out the wing side, up they go. 2 up, one hand comes out to Whitford. Whitford gets the handball for the for my Ponga Selix. Comes out, Campbell comes over to Kennedy. Kennedy drives this ball straight back in, looking at full forward, up and down. Creeks can't get it. Blackwell gets it. He gets his foot to it for the Creeks. Back to centre half forward it goes, and there's a good grab there by my Ponga and Elliot Chalmers. So
My
tight
Ponga
spot.
come alive in the last 5 minutes or
Yeah,
so.
well, they needed to do something. I thought that they'd be a good thing today, and yeah. You can't do that. No. He walked in, and the Maiponga Selix player bumped him so that he was off target and right in front of the player. So he actually pushed him into there. So Chalmers goes up, drives this ball. It's going to be close, going to be short though. Thumped over, goes over the boundary line. Over the line there for another point to Maiponga Selix, and they're starting to kick himself out here now. They go on the scoreboard now to 4 goals 5. They're getting slower there, Kevin.
They're getting
and
too
guess what?
slow
They've
now,
put
too.
up as 4-6 to 4-5. Maiponga Selix 4-5. Langhorne Creek 4-6.
Long kick down there by Levi Proud, and he's found his teammate, and I don't think he meant to do that. He just kicked the ball up in the air, and
It was good body attack there by the Maiponga player though, because he was. It's Hassan Ahmed Watkins.
Yep.
There's a mouthful for you,
It
Kevin.
is, isn't it? Wouldn't want to say that quick. Anyway,
See,
he's got the ball there. I think he'll find that difficult. The others have found it pretty difficult to kick it more than 50, haven't they? And he'll kick this from 51, if that's what it is here.
Stagger's not too good, is it?
Anyway, there's a long
He's looking happy.
shot
He's not.
in, and they've caught up on the points now. Trev, it's 4 goals 6 apiece, getting into very close to half time.
Yeah, well, 1 goal difference at quarter time to be in square at the moment. So, and as I said, we're down in now to the 23.5 minute mark. So, Gaka comes in now, right up to the wing. Maiponga Selix try to get it out. Comes back around here, gets wrapped up in front of us. And you turn around, Warren can't get to it. and Clark gets up and umpire Rice comes in to throw it up. Wing, clubber inside, goes up. My Ponga Sellex can't get out to it. Creeks goes flying off through there, and that one there was Kobe Hellier. Goes off, up on the forward flanks, finds his player out there quickly, and Joshua Talk. Talk now drives up and under, not the greatest of kicks, goes out there and falls into his arms of his player out there. I reckon that 16 must be Mitchell Cleggett, yep.
16, yep.
Mitchell Cleggett. Mitchell Cleggett used to kick a lot of goals into here, but he's hasn't much of late, has he? So
no, well, he's going to find it difficult from there too. But he tries the old trick, and I reckon
he's got it. The umpire's happy. So.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
Bit better than some of the games we've had.
Yeah, we can't get much closer than it was before that kick for goal.
Yeah.
We're level. Ball now back in the centre, and it would be very close, I would think, to half time here, Trev. Umpire tosses it up it goes, high out there, and the ball now is bounced in the favour of my Ponga there, but they can't pick it up. It's on the ground. They do pick it up
Whitford.
this time, out there through Whitford. Whitford puts the ball
Carroll.
down, and going down to Carroll. Carroll will have to be quick here because he won't kick a goal from there, and it's gone in there, and Blackwell's got it.
Reads it well, doesn't he?
He does. He's had a heap of kicks. He'd be best man on the ground so far, I reckon.
Oh, Dominicius would argue with you, Jake.
Well, he can.
Lucky he can't hear you.
There's no prizes for winning anyway. The ball now is kicked over into Creeks again, go down towards the goal. Perhaps they're looking for a goal too, just before
that was
the
slack.
half-time siren.
Tasman Follett.
Yeah, but this is not going to be easy from there because he's outside 50 as well. He comes in now to take his kick. Perhaps he's not outside 50. We just can't see the line down there, I think.
Yeah, he's just walked in there now, so there goes the siren.
And he's kicked the goal,
Yeah.
right on the siren.
Couple of minutes and kick 2 straight to give themselves a 2-goal break here at half time when there was only 1 goal at quarter time, so they've extended their lead. Goal kickers for the Creeks, we have Jake Dominish with a 4, 1 to Mitchell Cleggett, 1 to Tasman Follett. For my Ponga Sellex, we have James Hutchison, Sam Kennedy, Connor Sampson and Ben Kennedy. So that goes on to there. We have the quarter-time hub coming up. Half-time, quarter-time's up there. It's only quarter of a show.
Renamed it, Trevor.
Yeah, getting a new sponsors for them. So this is 90.1 Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour. Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.
Welcome to our Halftime Hub interview today. Our Halftime Hub interview person is Megan Cherry from the Great Southern Football League, the Assistant Secretary. What's your other title? Titles?
So yeah, the Executive Officer of the Women's League, as well as the Assistant Secretary of the Men's League. So I help bats.
Well, thanks for your time today anyway, Megan, for coming along to talk to us. First question I must ask, how did you get the job of Assistant Secretary in the Great Southern Football League?
I was cornered. No, I guess I've made myself quite a presence, I guess. I've always annoyed Terry and asked him if I could help with anything, and sort of from day dot, could I do anything, can I help? And he's sort of given me little bits and pieces along the way, and came to me with this position, and
Well, why not?
Why not? I'm passionate about the Women's League, so...
There's only been three people in that position in the last 46 years.
You held it for longest, didn't you?
No, Assistant Secretary. No, my wife did for 40 years.
Oh, there you go. Yes, I did know that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was her job, and she washed many jumpers and things in those times, and that's the way it's gone. So, you're happy with the position now?
It's a lot of work, but I think we're making a lot of inroads to growing and giving a lot more opportunity. So it's been a lot, but I feel like I'm starting to find my way now. So
when the women's football started, we thought, well, it'd be interesting to see how long it goes. As a slow start, because I think we went to about a fortnight before it started, before we had enough teams to even have a competition. And then it picked up, and since then it's gone along pretty well. In fact, the standard of the play has got better and better every year. Every year,
definitely.
So, did you play to start with?
I did. I was in that inaugural Wollonga side. So it was my cousin Elkie Jarvis. She asked me to come along for a training, and Damo Burns was the coach at the time. And then of course Maddie Radbone stepped in. So
yeah. So what did you think of? Playing football as against netball you were playing before with?
Yep, I'm sort of a jack of all trades when it comes to sport. I do love playing many sports. I've tried tennis, and golf and whatever else I can get some of my hands on. But yeah, footy just sort of, it resonated with me just because with netball I felt like I wasn't really improving anymore. I was just I went there, I loved it, I was still playing with all my friends, but football I feel like it's a different game every time. And it's something that I can strive towards, getting a better kick, getting a better catch, and an even bigger group of girls to really communicate with and, have a really good time with as well. So
I mean, it's a lot different, isn't it, to netball? Netball's only got a few players in the team, and football, you got all sorts of players in the football. You've got tall ones and short ones, and
different forwards, backs, and
fat ones and skinny ones.
Oh, let's not talk body shape. They all have their space on the oval. So they've all got their needs. And I mean, every single player is so important out there, no matter what shape, size they are. So. I think everybody has their game to play.
Were you surprised it was as hard hitting as what it was? I mean, it didn't probably look that bad, but when you get into it, you get a hip and shoulder put into you. Next thing you know, you're rolling around the ground.
Well, I think that first year, because I've got two brothers, one older, one younger, Adam and Ryan Sherry, that plays for Wollonga. Yeah. And I feel like I had a bit of an edge because I was that rough and tumble kind of farm girl, so I could get in and under. But it's also stemming from we had never been given that opportunity before. We had never been in that predator role, I guess, in that aggressive role where it's hunting that ball and that sort of stuff. So being put in that position, you could definitely see a couple of the girls that had never had body contact before. In comparison to men's, when you've got a footy in your hands from day dot, you're playing marks up at school and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like the girls that really jumped in at that older age were really excited to be able to get around and start, you know, a bit of an argy-bargy.
Put the shoulder in, a bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, so
pick
I
up
think...
and throw it around, because netball girls don't have that happen.
No, they want to.
Do they?
A couple of them do anyway. I was one of those. So I feel like, having that opportunity to play a different role where you could have that body contact was a huge difference. Yeah.
Right. So then you went on to play association football as well?
Yeah, I, again, was very, very lucky enough to be picked for every association, country champs side that had been in there before I stopped playing. So yeah, it was great experience every single time, being able to play at that next level, and just being able to, again, reach that next challenge and interact with more girls than just that was in my team. And I loved my team, but it was also really good to actually get to that next level and be playing against the people that playing with the people that you normally play against. So creating new contacts, and it makes those next games even more fun, just because you can actually play against the people that I guess you've been in the same team with. So,
well, you very quickly, I think, made the association team. That first year?
Very quick. I wouldn't say very quickly.
Well, that was the first year though, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And I mean, that was so much fun. Are you talking about the Murray Bridge exhibition game, or are you talking about the association
the Murray Bridge
one?
And then the association one, not very early in the next year, yeah.
I think that Murray Bridge game was, it was a lot, because, again, it was that first dalliance into that next... that next higher level, and really going, oh, this is what football's all about.
A few bruises, isn't it?
Oh yeah, every week.
You need a salt bath to get over it all, didn't you?
Every week, that was my ritual. I'd play and get straight into a salt bath. So.
Well, fair enough. Well, you got used to it very quickly. From that, it actually went to the zone games as well, and that progressed very quickly too, because the men's football took about 40 years to get to zone games.
Yeah.
The women's football took about 3.
And I think it was a fantastic showcase. I mean, the Southern Districts has always held up such a high standard of football, so it just showcases the skill base that we do have here. Yeah. I mean, it started off pretty rough, but I feel like every year we've built on that, and we've always been the team to beat. So yeah. Always done well.
And then, of course, you got out of playing football.
Yes.
Yes, it was easier to take on administration jobs.
It wasn't necessarily easier. It was, I was still so passionate, but my body unfortunately wasn't letting me continue in the physicality of the game. So I really wanted to still be involved, but I guess on a level where I was still able to help as many people as I could and grow the message of women's footy.
Well, the zone this year, Megan, they had a good win.
Yes.
That's what this is, isn't it?
That's what this stuff is. As part of the uniform, yep.
Part of the uniform?
Yep.
And, of course, the Southern Zone team was successful again. That's twice now? Yeah,
the women's, that's two trophies in 3 years. So, yeah, I was very, very lucky to be a part of that 2019 team as well. So, yeah, it's been a wild ride, but, yeah, really good.
So, was the first one as good as the second one, or...?
Do you mean the one just gone?
Yeah, the one just gone.
Again, I was 2 very different roles. The first time was as a player, so I was very uncertain and very unsure of myself and where I fit in. And I was still like that this time around, being in the team manager role, but I felt like I had more impact on this side of the fence than what I did as a player. So I'm all about the morale, I'm all about getting the girls up and about, but I feel like my skill level isn't where the competition is today. I think those girls would roll me. So yeah, I'm very happy to be doing what I can for the girls and giving them those opportunities.
And what's it like trying after the getting into the final on the Saturday, What's it like trying to keep them all in one piece on Saturday night?
Hey, the girls were extremely well behaved. I'm not saying anything about the men's side, but yeah, the girls were all just so excited for that.
Well, they were in the final. The men,
well, for that
weren't,
challenge,
so they couldn't have cared less, I would think.
Yeah, I think the girls are still in that era of wanting to prove themselves and really wanting to put their best step forward. So I feel like even if they didn't get into that grand final opportunity, they would still be raring to go. So yeah, no, they were very well behaved.
Well, it looks like you're pretty well excited with what's going on with women's football.
Yeah.
And being a part of what's happening at the moment. So
Yeah, definitely.
Well done.
Thank you.
Keep it going, because you've got to show the men up a bit. And thanks for coming along today.
Well, thanks for having me.
To talk about it.
Yeah, well, thanks for, again, the opportunity, and hopefully it reaches the right people.
Thanks very much, mate.
Thanks.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field. FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power.
So half time here in the final here. The winner here will go on into the prelim next Saturday at Strathalbyn, and of course the loser will put the togs and the jumpers away, and as long as they
get the cricket bats out.
As long as they wash them before they put them away, they won't be too good next year. So yeah, so half time here. This has turned into a two-goal game.
As you put the thing up.
So we go to 4-6 to 6-6, and we turn around and go up, and the umpire Rice has the ball now to go over here to get ourselves underway. So siren sounds, and we're up under here to go. Goes up, Ruckman goes up, Whitford tries to get it out for Myponga Selix, goes back down, comes round, Whitford sockets it off the ground now, goes out, quickly comes out into there, goes around to there, and tackled there is Cooper Gilbert. Smothered by Carroll then, and the Creeks are trying to run it all out. Bang! Into he goes, Myponga Selix. 2 of them wrap them up, and there it goes for a ball up in the forward position here for Myponga Selix. Up they go. Smack goes out through there. Ryan Kelly comes out there. Kick comes out by the Creek, but it's intercepted here, and I reckon could just about be Spinks. He had number 12, so We have Jake Spinks for my Ponga Selects will line up for the first score here. Well, my Ponga have been lethargic, I say, in the first 2 quarters. In he rolls, drives the ball up onto it. It's going to be short, goes up and beautifully marked there by Langhorne Creek. Should give him some room. They don't, but he comes off and he kicks shorter into the back pocket there and it goes out. He comes over, finds his player out further again there in Brendan Saunders. He goes off and finds his player quickly there in Mitchell Cleggett. Mitchell Cleggett for the Creeks, puts it all up, finds his player reading out is Joshua Talk. They're on the centre wing here now, clubroom side. He plays on, drives it off in the full forward. Over the back it goes up there, turns around, up it down, and it comes out there, and Scott Ogilvie takes the mark there for my Ponga Selects. Goes off out to the wing, goes out onto there, comes back down there, can't get it out. Carroll comes through, tries to break away, he gets wrapped up, makes an attempt at it, can't go. That looked like it was a throw up off the ground to me. Continuary gets it, drives it all over, intercepted by my Ponga Selects. They go off out there and late challenge there comes out to them and they mark the ball on the forward, on the wing. True wing position, turns around, I reckon it's Ryan Kelly. He drives the ball up now. Puts it all up, running backwards as a block against the my Ponga player, goes back out there, goes over there, kicks up there, goes off there, that's out of bounds, untouched, so it'll be a free kick to Langhorne Creek in the back pocket over the far side. No extra score going in here. The FPA scoreboard still keeps us on 4-6 to my Ponga Selects, 6-6 Langhorne Creek, Kev.
And the player with the ball has had plenty of kicks so far today, Trevor, and it's again marked by Langhorne Creek coming in, but Flintham's got it, and now they will go, and the player there could have almost dived at it, didn't, and the ball was taken out. Then here's a kick. This will go right up into the teeth of goals, and will it come? Oh, there's another shot for it. And at the moment, my Ponga are doing all the attacking. They just can't get a clear kick at goals out there, Trev.
Yep.
But it's still down there, almost at the end of the goal line or the kick-off line, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. Up it goes. Down it goes, and again it's on the ground.
Blackwell got smothered then, didn't he? 3 of them.
He already had a couple of kicks earlier this quarter, and he'll contest the ball once again. Up it goes, pushed down there, then by Keynes. Keynes has got it on the ground, and my Ponga had another shot, and that has gone out of bounds alongside the point post, and Thomas Carroll, I reckon, is going to get the ball. I don't know, it's not. It's might be number 7 for, might be Darcy Clifford for Langhorne Creek. He's got it, and there it's gone out to number 8. Was that Anthony Kempster for my Ponga. And back it comes again, and this will be a goal to my Ponga this time.
Hedger?
And
no, not 40.
40 this time.
Ahmet Watkins.
Hassan Ahmet Watkins. And he can kick this from there. Anybody just about kick it from there, Trev. He's only about 10 metres out.
Oh, I've heard that famous words before, Kevin.
Nah, look at that. Spot on. That's another goal too.
The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot.
Goal game again here at the Creek Oval. Back in the centre it goes. Up and down it comes out there. Nobody can get it out. My Ponga come out quick around. Cock gets it. Goes over. Hands all over there. Quickly over there to Spinks. Spinks goes forward. Turns around. Can't get up into it. My Ponga now coming out onto it. Turn around. Battling away. Too many players wrapped up into there. Still in the centre square here for a ball up by the umpire. just slightly forward here for my Ponga Sellicks. It looks like they got a little bit of a brush up at half time. Up they go, comes out through there by Keynes for the Creeks, comes out once again, comes over, Dominish ducks down, he gets around, yep, turns around, he went down for the ball, so he gets onto it and was alright, and the umpire comes in for a ball up. Still in that centre.
Knocked off then, though, Trev.
Yeah, but he missed him, so that was it. Up they go. Keynes goes up into it. Hellier goes up. Continuary soccers it off the ground forward. Comes back out. Comes around quickly out here to Dallets. Cam Dallets. Goes out wide. My Ponga try and get a Blackwell on his back. Turn around, hanging onto him. You can't get onto it there. And he's trying to claim it. And he turns around, goes up. So stacks on the millie and the umpire comes in. As I said, he tried to get him and he'd go out to it, but he had hold of him when he didn't even go to the ball. Back up they go, smashed forward by the Creeks. Comes back in there, my Ponga player goes down, goes over, comes back in again, comes over to the Creeks. We got a free kick here, back there, trying to play on. It's not the same player, and he turns around. Hellier tried to take off, and it wasn't even his kick. So the Creeks now, I reckon that's Warren. Number 6, I reckon, out there. So, yeah. So, David Warren goes up into there. That's a strong mark there to the Creeks. And that goes to Joshua Torp, right under that big scoreboard there.
I saw your mate yesterday, Big Jamie.
Oh,
Jamie Warren.
He'd be here somewhere today, Kevy. He likes to follow his little creek. So, yeah. So the scoreboard shows nearly 7.5 minutes gone. It's a tight angle there, but it's kickable from there. We've had one already today, kick from there straight through the middle. Just need to be accurate. Come in, drives in, goes out, hangs that one. Goal umpire hangs. Told you there's the one to go there. They can kick them. Umpire.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 170A Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Get the power!
This is what you have to do, stop them from scoring continuous.
Anyway, the umpire throws the ball up this time in the centre. Ponga got hold of it. Series of handballs. We'll see them go down the ground with it. I reckon the ball will beat them out of bounds. Yeah. It does. Goes out of bounds without anyone touching it. And it will be brought back in by Darcy Clifford. Clifford finds his teammate down the ground there. Goes over to Matt Dominish. And Dominish kicks it across to Kobe Hellier. And Hellier tries to get it back in the centre. This is where it's not going to come off. Spinks at it. Over it goes. Here's a chance now for Spinks to have another shot for goal. And that one, if it bounces straight, bounces around the post. And it's a minor score only out there to my Ponga Sellicks. They go to 5-7.
So, kick comes back in by the Creeks, goes up, finish up, Dominish gets it, then Arbin can't get to it, picked up there beautifully by Kennedy. Kennedy goes forward, goes up into it. Dominish gets it for the Creek, puts it out quickly onto the hands out there of Darcy Clifford. Clifford comes back inside and finds his player there in the big ruckman in Keynes. Keynes comes out, goes out and he finds Clifford once again. Still on the back flank, but they're on the clubroom side here now at the moment. Lines up, he looks in forward, goes, that's a shocker. Keynes tried the almighty sidearm swing around there, late and everything else, and comes around. Ryan Kelly with the mark here for my Ponga. Drives off, he kicks it all up, goes into the pocket, one hand up there by Armat, and it's no good, and it goes over the boundary line. Touched for a throw in there on the arc there, which I was talking to your son Ian here, Kevin, and that's only about 45 metres, that arc, so they have sucked in the opposition here.
They have, haven't they?
So turn around, goes out. My Ponga now with the ball, turns around and gets coming out in there. Creek's trying to get onto it. That's Warren. He gets wrapped up. He turns around and it'll go up for a ball up by the umpire. Inside that arc, which is supposed to be 50, but it's not. So he goes up. Turns around, Ruckman goes up, pushes it all out. My Ponga can't get into it, can't get around to it. Goes up, flicked out there, comes over there to Carroll. Carroll goes off, turns around, touched right at the death knock there, and another minor score to Myponga Selix. They go to 5 goals, 8 on the FPH scoreboard, the Creek 7-6.
And the ball's kicked back in play.
Continuary.
And Continuary's got it. He gets it over there to his teammate. They're running down that far side of the ground, and it wasn't a good hand pass out there because he had to reach up too high to get it.
Handball over the line, so.
And the ball now will be kicked back in. It's gone back in. Myponga Selix have got hold of it, and that was
Sam Kennedy.
Kennedy kicks it down to centre half forward. Up
he grabbed that one.
That was a good mark taken
brother
by the brother. Ben Kennedy. And he'll have a shot for goal.
Look at this. He glanced in at the Myponga player running in.
Yeah.
He's kicked it. He's passed a couple of these off from this distance, Kevy, so...
Yeah, he could have a...
Yeah, could have a saw.
He's running off at an angle out there, but then he's tried to straighten that up and
missed it.
Touched again as it goes through, and that is 5 goals, 9 out there to Myponga Selix.
Quickly the Creeks bring it back in, clubroom side, comes out here straight up and down, finds his player on the chest there in Adam Talk. Adam Talk now drives over, puts the ball on, finds the player there quickly there, and that's Joshua Talk, brother to brother. That's how they do it, don't they? His kick was smothered. Comes in, Myponga Selix now. Gets it. Comes out to the wing, clubroom side. Up they go. Over the shoulder it could have been. Got away with that one. Comes back out here quickly. Cock. Can't get it onto there. Myponga Selix goes up. Handball goes quick. Comes around. Kick goes forward. And Dominish gets it. He goes to play on and he's gone. Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
Turns round though. Now he plays on. Kicks all off into the centre. Goes too far. Myponga gets the spoil in. Comes up. Handball goes over. Comes over quickly, and that's a late bump on the player. FAD. And turn round. Here it comes. I tell you what, he's a mean man, that Keynes. Yeah. He's tried it again.
Yep.
He's done a couple of them. Quick comes on here, goes out there. Myponga keep going there, and Ben Kennedy, he goes off, finds his player and Talk up on the forward line. Handball comes off, goes a player back into Spinks. Spinks goes off, he gets shoved and he kicks and he goes out to there, and that's a point. They're kicking it away here, Myponga Selix. Need to get him in. So on the FPH scoreboard, they now go to 5 goals, 10. Langhorne Creek 7-6. Now they starting to kick themselves out of this game.
Well,
Kev.
they could be. Anyway, the Langhorne Creek kick it out down in that far side of the ground, and they've got 2 kicks in. Can they get the third one in though? That's where they're going to be held up because they haven't got too many players down around there. He's taken his time to kick it in. And he's kicked it up in the air, up they fly through it, off hands it goes. Here's a chance for the player in front to get it. And this is going to be interesting. They've got loose players out there everywhere. They can walk into an open goal and kick it straight through the goals it goes. And that...
attack, get points or not much out of it. Once into the defensive side and the side kicks a goal against you.
Yep.
Happens, continue.
That happens if you keep missing, and they have kept missing this quarter.
Yeah, back in the centre, umpire Curran puts the ball up they go. Nobody really gets it, comes out in the centre. Dominish is trying to get it, flicks out the back, then he drives it back in underneath, goes in underneath on that cricket pitch area, and the umpire comes back in for a ball up once again.
First goal this quarter.
Goes up onto there, goes over. Whitford can't get it out, comes out there. Blackwell goes off, there he goes on his speed ring, goes out, goes up onto there, comes over the shoulder there, picked up there by Dominish. He goes onto, that's Jake, he's got all the goals and goes. Kick goes out on the full. It'll be a free kick to Myponga Selix going there to Cam Dallets.
Nearly in the back of the van it went.
Yep, the two goals in this quarter for the Hawks is Jack Hall, number 3, and number 10, Joshua Talk. So, and of course, the only one for my Ponga Select so far. So the Creeks certainly know how to bottle them.
And my Ponga Selects kick it further down the ground now. They've got to get a bit of a muscle on here because they've kicked too many points, and Langhorne Creek have put it down there in once or twice so far this quarter, and both of them have been goals.
Certainly is. 16 minutes gone too, Kevy, so...
The boundary umpire's got hold of it now. Sun building down here on the Langhorne Creek Oval. Out it comes. Creeks are getting out in front. It's gone down there, and the ball has gone out between the cars. Out on the full, and the ball will be gone and fetched by
Kempster. He's going to get and he'll come back in for the kick.
He will be down there, and he'll bring it back in. Comes through the thing. At least you don't have to jump the fence here, do you?
No.
You've got to get between the posts. And the ball is kicked in short, and it's gone. Oh,
Clark just gets it.
Just got it.
Turn that one over.
Almost a turnover there. It is a turnover. And there's the fella there in number 15 that was throwing his weight around a bit a while ago. And he's got that across. Can Katinjeri get that? He does, and it goes the other side of the post, and that's a minor score as well. So it's 8 goals 7 now to Langhorne Creek. That's 55. My Ponga Selects 5 goals 10. The same score in shots, but there's a bit of 15 points the difference.
Yeah, the Creek lad then must have forgotten that he was at Langhorne's Creek, because he kicked within inside of that 45 metre arc, and he could have easily had a shot, but he didn't. Passed it off and they messed it up. So going off, the ball is on the skids there. Someone's gone back to get it, so bit of time, extra time here going. My Ponga now comes out the clubroom side, drives on, picks it all up, goes over, pushing the back, touched off hands, goes over there and hits our van. So we apologise for that big thud. So I was wondering he didn't knock us off our perch here, Kevy. We were resting on teethering here this morning. We would have had upside down the caravan, wouldn't we? We would have been looking up at the United States satellite going up. So in she goes, up they go, smashed out there by my Ponga Selects, goes out there, turns around, dives in underneath onto there, takes the legs out from the my Ponga player, and there's the first one I've seen paid on that, and my Ponga gets up with the ball, turns around, comes out. That goes over there, goes off, and he finds his player there in Levi Proud. Proud goes back inside, finds himself there in Sam Kennedy. Sam Kennedy looking around, it's just bottled up and there's no movement. Comes out, finds Proud once again. Proud goes off, he gets dumped again after disposal on it. Goes up, comes back down. 23 tries to get it out through the handball, and Gilbert goes off. My Ponga holds it all up, comes back in. Dominish tries to get it right in front of the club rooms here. Turns around, gets wrapped up there. The umpire's going to have to come in. He turns around for a ball up. They turn around. A few aggro tablets taken today.
There is, isn't there?
Ben Warren's pushing and shoving. Keynes is pushing and shoving. So he goes out, goes forward, handball off, quick around to Kennedy. Kennedy's hand goes off. The kick's smothered by the Creek boys. Comes back out again. Dominish gets in on there, he gets wrapped up, and the umpire's going to have to come in once again. Still on that forward flank, clubroom side though. Outside the arc there of the 45 though. Goes up, nobody gets it, comes out. Picked up there, handballs out there by my Ponga in Ryan Kelly. Goes back down, Kelly goes out again. Handballs comes out onto there, goes over too far. Turns around, comes out there to Clark. Clark got under pressure, gets to it. Proud gets it, he puts it all up. Here we go, sitting under it is my Ponga. Spoil comes through, goes down to there, Kelly. Kelly tries to get up onto it. He gets wrapped around, and the umpire will come in for a ball up. Right in front of the club rooms here, and we go up. Turn around, Creek get it all out, goes over the boundary line there. So the FBA scoreboard at the 20-minute mark, Langhorne Creek 8-7, my Ponga Selects 5-10, 15 points difference.
15 points the difference, handy 15 points the way the game's going, Trevor, at the moment.
Yeah, we've had 6 points and then a 12-point lead, so going out again.
Umpire throws it in, big throw in down there by the boundary umpire. My Ponga get it out. Down, I reckon that might have been touched off the boot. Was down there, and Langhorne Creek got hold of the ball now. But bounces right, they're in business, and they are at the moment. goes over the halfway mark, goes
Clifford.
in, and there's a mark being taken down
Torp.
there by Tauk. So he's got hold of it. He puts it across. Out it goes across there, and here's a chance now for my Ponga to clear it, which they do.
Oh, he's kicked that out.
This one will
Off the
probably
boot.
hit the van here, I think. And,
Close.
It's going to be a free kick here to Langhorne Creek.
Dominish.
And Dominish has got hold of it.
That's got to be on play on. He's come back in on the full. Once you step in line, it's straight away call play on.
Anyway, the ball goes down there, and can they get across it? My Ponga.
Kennedy.
That's Kennedy. Kennedy's got a couple of touches there, and he's got it out near the old scoreboard out there, almost the mark
Spinks.
taken by Spinks.
Paid. Interference late.
Paid there, and he'll put it further along that wing side out there, and I reckon this might just stay in, and it does out there. Flintham had it.
Smashed out of his hand.
And here's a chance for Blackwell. Blackwell was held on to.
That was silly by Flintham.
And you don't want to touch Blackwell because you only got to touch. He's one of these that can move pretty quickly, and the ball now goes out on the clubroom side of the game, and it's gone over the top out there to Dominish. Dominish gets it down the ground, and
just tackled in time to put him off, and she's gone over the boundary line. Untouched, so it'll be a kick to my Ponga Selix, Kevy, in that forward pocket. So, right in there, he's finally got it. He walks back in from the park out the back, where the cockatoos blow, and the man in the... Oh, but that bloke in the chair there was the boundary umpire earlier. So up it goes, turns around, Carroll gets the ball here, goes on further. For my Ponga is kick. These are skilled players, and they're missing the target. Dominish gets it, goes back in, finds his player quickly, and Clifford for the Creeks goes out once again, finds his partner in crime out there in Jack Hall. He goes out wider, finds his player in Jed Rothy. Rothy goes all up there, and he turns around, a good spoil by Kennedy. Kennedy gets up, swings around on his trusty left foot, kicks out there, goes off, and he finds his player. He plays on quickly. It could have been Gerardo. He goes up. Creeks put the ball out. They go out then. Comes out again to Jack Hall. He finds out there Blackwell. Blackwell goes off, finds his player out quickly there in Jackson Humphreys. Humphreys goes on to Talk. Talk goes off. Puts the ball up and under. Carroll goes up, got the second grab. Reckons umpire said he had the all grabs, and that goes on. So Carroll comes out wide. Short kicking though. Finds his player though on the back flank. Drives off clubroom side. Up they go. Spinks. Goes up over there. Goes over there on the head of Hutchinson. Goes out there. Turns around. Picked up there by Trevina, and he turns around. He gets wrapped up, and it'll be a throw in on the wing position, clubroom side here, just slightly advantage to Langhorne Creek. Keynes goes up. Whitford wrestles him, comes out through it, comes over quickly to Cock. Cock gets it, handballs off, goes over there to Proud. Proud gets up, he steps over the line, wasn't held onto, and it'll be a ball up at the interchange here. The FBA scoreboard goes to 8-7 Langhorne Creek, 5-10 my Ponga Selix at the 24-minute mark, Kev.
Boundary umpire tosses it in. Good throw in there by the boundary umpire. Over the back it goes. Gives a run of the ball to the Creeks. They didn't want it though because it bounced away from out there. And they'll get a free kick here.
Yeah.
My Ponga.
Kennedy pushed him in the back after the ball was not even there.
And the free kick out there goes to Dominish. Dominish gets it over to Blackwell. Blackwell gets it over with a player there that's unmarked as Dominish.
Jake this time.
And Dominish be too far out, I reckon.
Yep.
He can goal from there. Comes in and
siren goes.
The siren went just as maybe the Creeks could have taken the mark. The siren sounded. I don't know how hard he tried to mark it at that stage, but certainly would have been within kicking distance, Trev. And at the moment it's 3/4 time, and we have my Ponga Selix 5 goals 10.
That's just 40 to Langhorne Creek 8-7-55. We'll quickly give you for my Ponga Selix the goal scorers is James Hutchison, Samuel Kennedy, Connor Sampson, Hassan Ahmet, Watkins and Ben Kennedy, all singles. They're struggling for the Creeks. Jake Dominish with 4, Jack Hall Joshua Torque, Mitchell Cleggett and Tasman Follett with a single each. This is 90.1 Happy FM is Great Southern Footy on air and YouTube.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field. The Royal Family Hotel in the main street of Port Elliot prides itself on having a family atmosphere. The dining room is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, offering great food specials and friendly service.
Enjoy.
Why not wind down with friends and enjoy a drink in our superb beer garden, one of the best beer gardens on the south coast. There's traditional pub-style accommodation available and a drive-through sip and save outlet. The Royal Family Hotel, 32 North Terrace, Port Elliot. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies have over 40 years experience in mining and blending soils and organics. We're specialists in turf soils, landscaping and organic blends. Customised washed sands for horse arenas, sports grounds and building sands. We also have a large range of decorative stones, gravels, mulches and pine barks. From car trailers to all truckloads. Wholesale Quarry Direct. Mount Compass Quarry and Landscape Supplies, 86 Sandmine Road, Mount Compass. Open Monday to Friday 7am to 4pm and Saturday 7am to 11am. Phone 8556 8421.
Back in and counterbait too much. Your full back should never go outside, should never really go into the centre square. Yeah. He should be back there organised.
Yeah, well, my Ponga
Thanks for that,
Tony,
Tony.
back here, and yeah, I think my Ponga would wish they could have that quarter again, Trev.
Yes, yeah, they went into
Kicked
attack.
a lot of points.
They must have got stirred up a bit at half point by the coach, and it looked like they were going around, but they just messed it up. And the Creeks, that just gives them an opportunity. And yeah, they were in there trying to make it. They kicked about 4 or 5 points, and of course the Creeks come straight out and kicked a goal, and that was good enough for them. So they're starting to break up here. It's the last quarter, and it's mothballs for the losers here. The winner will progress next week, Saturday, coming up onto here into the prelim final there at Strathalbyn on Saturday.
Trev,
So,
I've got a bit of a headache at the moment. Ian's sitting there doing nothing.
yeah, I
so
tell you what, I know what it's like, Kevin, because I get a headache from you quite often too. So anyhow, we'll get Ian to step in here now. The son will take over. It's Father's Day, and Kevin's going to get himself a nice rest. So we'll get out onto here. Umpires getting ready to go. And of course you would know the umpire out there too though, Ian, wouldn't you?
Yes.
One of them.
One more quite well. One especially.
So here we go. Umpire holds it aloft for the last quarter. Langhorne Creek Oval. Up they go. Turns around, goes in onto it. Gets around in onto it and goes up. The crest Malponga comes out. Tries to get it through there in Levi Proud. Goes forward. Spoil comes up, hanging onto there. Could get onto too long, which it does. And Flintham gets up and gets himself a free kick. Goes off into the pocket. Up they go, smashed out there by Langhorne Creek, goes to them. Dominish gets it, he gets tackled, drops the ball, he was over the boundary line, and it'll be a throw in. Both umpire and boundary umpire there, so they were happy with that. Deep in the pocket here for my Ponga Selects though. That's where they need to be, because they've got to make inroads. Up they go, turn around, smacked around the ear by Keynes there to my Ponga Selects. He gets wrapped up, throws the ball out, and the umpire picks that one quite easy in Dennis Rice, and it comes back to Langhorne Creek. Comes out there, turns around, he kicks in, finds his player out there in Tonkin, Matty Tonkin. He comes out, quickly finds out Ben Arbin. Arbin now, he comes down the clubroom side, goes up and finds that, and this is just easy spotting here, comes to Clifford. Clifford for the Creeks. They've brought it from back lines and they are hitting targets. My Ponga Selects are struggling. Off they go. He bends that one around, goes up to centre half forward, over the back, comes off into there, trying to get it all up. The Creeks are into each other, goes up onto it, taps down onto there, turns around. At least they keep it in there though, and the ball comes up for a ball up. Going on. Last quarter, this is a death knell for one of these sides. Up they go, comes out there. Over the back was Keynes. Advantage to my Ponga Selects. They come out wide onto the flank here. Comes up, Spinks still keeps running after it. He recovers his own kick. Left foot scramble, goes forward. Creeks get up. The handball goes out. Misses his target though. Comes through. Picked up quickly. Handball goes out. Comes around quickly to 38. Goes over. Misses that inside there. And it goes around quickly onto there to Connor Sampson for a minor score. My Ponga Selects go on the FBA scoreboard to 5-11 now to Langhorne Creek 8-7. 2.25 minutes gone.
And Troy Blackwell brings it back in for Langhorne Creek, looking for Keynes out in the wing. Can't mark it. Competes well. Hellier gets a handball out to Dominish. Goes long down the wing. Got a player on his own down there. And that player will take a mark. That is Josh Tauk. Tauk goes long down looking for... Well, that's a Cleggett. He's picked it up. Tackled as soon... and didn't make contact with the ball, so holding the ball, free kick to my Ponga in the back pocket. Carroll gets it, he handballs it across to Clark. Clark goes long with a torp down the wing, and well marked there by Flintham. Goes across to Kelly. Kelly goes in, he's got 2-on-1 here. Ben Kennedy, well spoilt by Matt Tonkin, and Tonkin runs away and kicks it to Blackwell. So... well, they mucked that one up there. My Ponga had a chance with a 2-on-1. Just needed to get the kick over the top a little bit better, but Blackwell goes long down the wing in front there for my Ponga standing tall. That player looks like looks like Sam Kennedy.
Yep.
He goes out towards the scoreboard looking for, but can't find him, and Blackwell gets in the way again.
He reads it well, doesn't he? He reads well.
For Langhorne Creek, he's certainly one of their best today. He goes short and finds O'Day.
Yep.
O'Day in front of the old scoreboard that's still standing there for some reason.
Sponsors.
And Spinks it is. I think, no, it's back to Kennedy for my Ponga. And he'll take a mark on the halfback flank. Both sides finding it hard to score at the start of this last quarter. Goes up looking for Gilbert, can't find him. 4-on-1 there, and Blackwell will get it again for Langhorne Creek. Comes back O'Day over the top of the ball. He can't get it. Hellier gives it across to Warren, to Continuary. Continuary goes down forward and hits my Ponga player. That was Ogilvy on the chest. He can't get it. Langhorne Creek player dives on top of the ball. He'll want to get this one out, and he does just in time. And the player is picked up and well tackled, and well, both sides finding it hard to score here, Trev, at the start of this last quarter.
Certainly have. This is the end of the season for one of them, so it goes off. The Creeks are battling hard to keep it in, chips it out, and that's easy. Straight on to Dominish's. He can have a shot from here, like we were talking earlier, didn't we? Everybody seems to think it's 50 metres, and it's not. the oppositions get caught out, but the Creeks themselves know it, and they've even short passed a bit. So in comes Dominish, drives it, kicks it up under, spins right over, right in front of the goals, goes up. Maiponga goes up, can't get onto it, handballs it back, goes through for a minor score, and Langhorne Creek get another score on the scoreboard. They go to 8 goals, 8 to 5 goals 11 on the FBH scoreboard. Comes back out, straight out they come into it. Sock it off the ground by the Creeks, go back in. O'Day can't get to it. Continuing gets it. Low handball, too low for Warren. Goes back over, picks up into there. Is Jake Hall to try and get it. He gets tackled and he goes down, and the umpire's been a free kick paid. And it looks like it's going to go to the Creeks. Umpire from behind saw it, and that's where the 2 umpires can pick it up. Well, 3 they got out there, but 2 can pick it up. One on the boundary, one in it, and the one on the outer couldn't see it, but the back one could, and he's picked it out for too high, I reckon.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a better view if you're looking down the ground than you do, especially at this time of the day. You're looking right into the sun from in the middle, so if someone else has got a better view and they see something, well, they'll pay it.
They're there, you got to pay them. So he comes out, Hall gets it up there, drives that all up. Boy, did he get a banana bend on that. That was a bad miss. So Jack Hall gets another single to Langhorne Creek. FBH scoreboard, they go to 8-9, Maiponga Celtics 5-11.
And ball kicked back into the centre of the ground by Ogilvie. Kelly picks it up, scrambles a kick out, and Lux of Fortune hits Sampson on the chest. He plays on with a quick handball to Spinks, or Kennedy it was. I'll get those 2 mixed up every time. Anyway, ball comes across there to Cleggett. Cleggett kicks it. Blackwell again goes high and long with an up and under. No one can mark that. Comes out here to Gilbert. And then we've got Tom Carroll's on the ground. He gets a handball across to Gilbert. 2 Langhorne Creek players spoil each other. Ball's bouncing around in the air. They're picked up by and across to Arbon. Arbon just gets over the head of his teammate, and the 2 players wrestle and
over the boundary
go out of bounds right in front of that new electronic scoreboard here at the Langhorne Creek Oval, which shows us that Langhorne Creek are 16-point leaders at the nearly 7.5 minutes gone of this last quarter. Cleggett picks it up for Langhorne Creek. He goes long down the line, and a player juggles it, can't quite get a handle on it. Handballs it across this time to Warren. Warren will come bring it across the ground looking for Dominish. Dullitz will spoil him.
Here we go.
Well read though by Hall. Hall goes down to a contest with Ogilvie there in the box seat for Maiponga.
Head clash to his
player comes in and takes his own man out. Reckon he
was lucky. He hurt him a bit, but there was a free given to Maiponga Celtics.
To Ogilvie will take that free for Maiponga. He'll go switch the ball into the middle of the ground. A good mark there from Kennedy. Kennedy will look to move this on quickly and goes down, bringing it inside 50. His brother Ben can't get a handle on it. Comes across to Arbon. Arbon to Warren. Warren's well tackled and comes across there to no prior opportunity that time and picked up by Armat. And he comes into Kelly. Will he be able to run onto this? No,
out of bounds.
Hit the boundary, hit the behind post and out of bounds in the... Well, full forward for Maiponga at what has been the scoring end for the most of the day.
It certainly has. It's unusual because there's nothing to, there's no big breeze out there. It's only a light breeze. The boundary umpire should be right next to the point post. Comes back in there, deep in the pocket it goes. Up they go, comes back down. Out the front goes. Langhorne Creek try to get around. Spinks picks it all up. Umpire looks at this, comes around, waits for all clear, gets it, and there is a goal. So...
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu, we're in your field.
Count down or count up, it must stop for time on because the ball's a goal and coming back to the centre it's still ticking over.
They're doing it the old-fashioned way, Trev, where you write down how much time on, then you got to add it all up and then work out how much you got left.
From Langhorne's, these players, what school do they go to?
That's it, ball's back in the middle. Tom Carroll runs onto it. comes across that time to Kennedy. Hutchison bounces over his head. Oh, big clash there with Trevina. But
breaking through
Tonkin. Matt Tonkin runs onto it well to Warren. He goes long down inside 50 to a big contest here. Well sport. Continues running onto the ball. Can't get it. Well done by Chalmers. Chalmers picks it up and did really well there to flinch him. Strong mark down the wing in front of Saunders. He goes out wide to Kelly. Kelly in front of that old scoreboard. It's still being used as for the sponsors by the looks. Comes into Kennedy, and Ben Kennedy. He takes a mark about 34. That's a 45 metre line, I'm told. So man on the mark will be at 35. So he shouldn't have any problems at all with the distance here. And if he can put this through, we'll get a 4-point ball game, Trev.
Yep. Comes in, looks good. Goal umpire dancing.
Game on here at the Langhorne Creek.
Been there, and the Creeks need to rest it now. So back in the centre here it goes. So the big ruckman set themselves. Whitford is shading his eyes here as he goes up. Up they go. Keynes goes up. Whitford gets it all out. Comes over to Myponga. Quickly out again. Goes off. They drive forward. Up there, but that's a defensive mark out there to Saunders for the Creeks. Almost in the full back position, comes out wide, finds his player out wider still. I reckon that is Saunders. Saunders comes up and finds his player in Darcy Clifford. Creeks have had 3 kicks here now, and they've got themselves only to the back flank. Clifford looking for a player to come forward, drives it up to the wing now, clubber inside. Up they go, in front Myponga, comes out, can't get to it, kicks out there and comes off, and beautifully out there under the chest here of James Hutchison. He goes in, and here's turn to Kennedy once again. So Myponga are starting to turn this up. The Creek's going to turn their toes up. This could put them in front for the first time, just about. In he comes, drives up, he's going to kick for a bit further, puts it all up. He looks like he's hung that one to the fat side, we call it, for a minor score. He has kicked himself 2 points, 2 goals, 2 points today. So the F-Bag scoreboard, the Myponga Select 7-12, Langhorne Creek 8-9, and 3-point difference.
And Clifford brings it in for Langhorne Creek, plays on out here looking for Hellier, gets for grab onto the ball, can't mark it. Disappointed with himself, and rolls that one over the line right in front of the commentary caravan here at the Langhorne Creek Oval. And well, I don't know where
he was throwing that back in the centre. Yeah, just miscued it, didn't he?
Yeah, went to the wrong angle.
Yep.
Fire it in again.
He's going to get the same, I think.
Here it is. Players compete with that one. Carroll comes across. Only as far as Hall for Langhorne Creek. He goes back long down the wing. Ogilvy in best position, can't mark. Comes across to Kempster and to Sampson. He taps it across to Proud. Proud gets around to play, goes high into full forward. Has he got a teammate there to mark it? Kennedy forced to spoil. Comes to Spinks. He turns around onto the left. Can he get around? He's handballed into the middle. Back to Woods. Kennedy. Hellier picks it up. Straight to Spinks. Spinks runs in.
Missed it.
And he's missed. Well, we've got a 2-point ball game now. That's 8-9 Langhorne Creek, 7-13 to Myponga. And well, bad kicking.
Yeah.
Myponga again. They when you're kicking more points than goals, you're making it hard for yourself.
Yes.
They've
done it a couple of quarters now. We're going towards 14 minutes, so there's still plenty of time here. But the Creeks, if they want to win this, must score. They must get up there and make a score. The kick comes in and finds his player in Jed Rothy. Jed Rothy's in the back pocket though. Turns around, he doesn't know where to go, so he just drives this up the clubroom side on the wing. Up they goes, up and over, they're spoiling each other. Turns around, Continuary gets it, he gets wrapped up, and there'll be a ball up here on the slight advantage here to Myponga Selects here on the wing. Clubroom side though, up they go. Canes go up, can't get into it. Turns around, comes down the grounds. Continually gets it right up. He gets the tackle in, goes into it. Arm thrown, goes back in. The umpire tried to get up to it. He let it go, but he turns around and says, I'm in here for a ball up. Still on the same spot, just a bit further into the centre. Up they go. Goes out wide by the creeks, comes out onto you, comes over, Cock can't get to it, gets it inside all right, turns around, my Ponga can't get into it, picked it all up, comes out to Carroll, Carroll spins around, drives off, looks for a pass into the forward lines, Flintham goes out, goes over, comes over to Kennedy, Ben Kennedy, puts the ball back up in a full forward, over the Cock's head, goes over there, kept back in by my Ponga, turns around, goes over, he gets met head on, and it touched up, and she'll be a ball up here by the boundary umpire. We a throw in here, right in the forward pocket on the clubroom side. My Ponga still trying to get in front here. Goes up, tightened up terribly. A lot of pressure out there. Over the back it comes. Turns around, goes on to it. The Creek's picked over. Oh, knees went in on the poor old Creek player on the bottom. That was Spinks and gets up there, and that one there was Darcy Clifford. So it goes up, they go, over the back, Canes gets it for the Creek, puts it all down, kicked out there, by there, goes over the top, off onto it, goes into the Creeks, come out, too far there, up and down, it's a mark by Kempster. So Anthony Kempster will kick from, well, he's probably going to kick from 30. He'll be just on to inside the arc here, so he'll be kicking from probably about 33, 34 out. Only a small man on the mark. That is not a clever move. Dominish, one of the smallest players, you don't need him. Make him kick up over. It's a floater, going to be short, going out. Into the front, goes out where Blackwell tries to get over it. He overruns it, goes over there. My Ponga selects run it over the boundary line for a ball up in the forward pocket, far side. Nearly 17 minutes gone with a 2-point ball game. Langhorne Creek 8-9. My Ponga selects 7-13 FPAG scoreboard.
And even a point then would have been handy. But comes to Kennedy, he's well tackled. And, well, we've got no player in half of the ground at the moment. Everyone's up here just, well, my Ponga's trying to score and Langhorne Creek's trying to stop them. So, and we've still got probably 7 or 8 minutes left in this one. Warren comes over the top with a big punch down. And the player from Langhorne Creek there, he's well tackled by Dallets from my Ponga. And we've got a ball up here right on that 45-metre arc line. Comes in, Cleggett grabs it for Langhorne Creek. He goes down the middle of the ground. Carroll's under this one for my Ponga. Can't mark it. Comes to Dominish. He goes over the top. Player there. Well, stole the ball. Chalmers, well done. Well stolen there. Kennedy over the top. Oh, he's nearly marked that one. Player there, Gilbert, just gets a handball out in time. Comes across here and the players jump on it. Damien James, that one wraps up his my Ponga opponent, and well, the ball will be thrown up about 25 metres out directly in front of the my Ponga goal, and they're still trailing by 2 points in this one. And Hutchison gets a tap over the top only as far as Dominish. He can't get a kick away, only as finds Arbin.
Could have got it. Arbin's hurt too.
There was Spinks.
Arbin's hurt.
He's still down.
He was dragged out. He should have really got a free kick because the ball wasn't in his hands, and he got dragged down and thrown down when he didn't have it.
And then we've got a.
He gets up slowly.
He gets up, shakes himself off, and. Keynes goes in, Hutchison gets it down only as far as Warren, high and long into the middle. Whitford's under that one, as was Ogilvie, almost marked it. Comes to Carroll, back to Chalmers, he's getting tackled, breaks a tackle, goes short and finds Hutchison on the lead. James Hutchison's got a chance now to put my Ponga in front here with nearly 19 minutes gone. We're almost into time on in this last quarter, and well, James Hutchison comes in, crosses that 45-metre line. Player on the mark, about 25 out. Goes high, goes long, goes straight. And my Ponga are in front.
It's the same location with Mary and her Victor Harbour team, but the name has changed. Beachside Bedding, next to Hebra Pharmacy, is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, Sleep Haven and Adriatic Slumber. Beachside Bedding also features a beautiful range of locally made Florio furniture. Same location, new name, now even more competitive than ever on price. Beachside Bedding with free delivery and old mattress removal. Open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Hebra.
Through, but and it was still running, so there will be time out. Back in the centre it goes, up they go, turns round, goes up and down. Ponga once again coming out, they're attacking, going out, over the top it goes, overruns it, quickly comes up, Spink's handball goes, Ponga can't get away, he gets holding the ball, tried to make a tent, the tackle came out, and he turned around, couldn't get a kick, and it'll be a free kick in the bear to O'Day, I reckon it is, for Langhorne Creek. He kicks in, he finds Dominish in the back pocket, turns around, goes in, finds he comes down the clubroom side, goes out, up the top, goes over, finds his brother goes into it.
And he's a free kick here, and well, that's fair enough. He just charges the ball.
Keynes
wasn't a realistic marking attempt.
Keynes
in the
has
end,
done that a bit.
He tends to play on the edge, doesn't he?
Yes, he. We call it sniping in the old days, so yeah, he's done a bit too much of it, so there they go, Ponga, set it back in, up they go, up and under, that's a grab by Ponga Selix, turn around, good going.
Sam Kennedy said, I'm going to go back and have a shot here, so man on the mark.
Yep, this is Sam Kennedy.
He's going to have to kick this one 50 to 55, but
he's capable.
Well, he's certainly capable. He kicked a couple of long ones last week to keep Ponga in it early in the game.
Certainly are, but the thing about it too, though, no matter what happens, it's going to be deep into their attacking zone and makes it harder for Langhorne Creek. Drives off, drags it in, it's going to go close, it should be short, it's going close, he's got the distance. Umpire comes back, comes in the centre, signals the goal, so there it is. Kennedy gets his second.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sales options, and we also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Florio, we're in your field.
Really on fire here, and in the ruck, Whitford goes up against Keynes again. Warren grabs it, he's tackled by 2 opponents, and we'll have a repeat ball up as the clock crosses time on. Probably 3 to 4 minutes left in this one. Hellier gets a tap out to Cleggett. Cleggett goes on the left, short. Can't find a teammate. Ogilvy pushes that one towards the boundary line. Ponga will be happy to get this one out of bounds. Eat up a little bit of time. Clock doesn't stop when the ball goes out of bounds in this competition. So all of this is eating into the time Langhorne Creek need to get these 2 goals, which you just can't see it the way the quarter's unfolded. Good throw in there by the boundary umpire. Keynes gets a tap down. Comes across a little bit of... what you'd call that?
Just an arm wrestle in there.
And Ricey will come in and throw this one up. Gets a big tap down from Langhorne Creek. Comes here to Ponga. That's Sampson. He gets across to Gilbert. Gilbert goes wide to Proud. Proud goes to Kelly. He'll go long and deep looking for Spinks or Kennedy, but coming there.
Ducked, he went back to it. Good decisions.
Umpire lets it go. Ball spills out, and they jump on it, and we've eaten into one of those minutes of time on, and well, it's looking pretty dire if you're a Langhorne Creek supporter at the moment. Ball comes out to Gilbert for Ponga. He gets it around to Proud. Proud goes deep to full forward, and ball goes through for a minor score. Langhorne Creek 8 goals 9. Trailing Ponga 9 goals 14. 11-point margin, Trev.
Certainly is. It's making it tougher and tougher. In they come. Blackwell takes off, rolls out, drives it up there now, up to the centre. Ponga got it into there, tried to get it in there, wouldn't pay it into there, so she's a ball up and turns around. Hellier's grabbing the hamstrings a bit there, so he's a bit tired. Back up they go. Keynes gets up, has to give away a free kick. Too early. Oh! Oh, well, he said he shepherded under the ball, so goes out to Langhorne Creek, goes off quickly, goes out, up the flank now, goes out there, and they find themselves out there in Dominish. Dominish, they have to get forward, they have to kick a goal. Goes in, right up in the forward lines. Moponga just march out to here. They'll be happy to see it come over. Goes over the boundary line. Dominish, he gets up, he gets wrapped up, and he turns round by Cock, and it'll turn round and be a ball in outside that 50. So, goes up. Umpire Rice now comes in, sets himself down there, deep in the forward lines. Goes up. Moponga smashes it all over. Goes round straight over there to there. Goes up. Oh, Flintham couldn't handle it. Goes on and tackles Arbon, and the Creek pushes it across the boundary line, and it'll be a ball up, and that one there was by Brendan Saunders. Boundary umpire with the ball. Everything's ticking away now, so my Ponga selects are looking good. Up they go. Canes can't get to it. Turns round, goes out to there into Whitford. Goes off. There it goes, folks. The siren has sounded. My Ponga Selix have come from the clouds here, from the back, and they've turned around with the Moponga Selix finishing up with 9-14. Thank you very much to Langhorne Creek, 8 goals, 9. So they've turned that right around from being 15 points down to finishing up 11 points up. So they have got that one. So my Ponga Selix now will go forward into the game here next Saturday, and they will play Willunga. So going on, there's a few happy people out there.
How long since my Ponga's won an A-grade final?
I think it was about 82, I think. Don't mention things in front of me about when my Ponga won them, because that's when we lost them. So thank you very much, Ian Curran.
But an actual
you
final.
You will not be welcome back here.
A final of any type, though.
So, yeah, no, that's
a long time.
Yeah, a long time into it. So, goal kickers, we'll quickly run through it. For Langhorne Creek, Jake Dominish with 4, Jack Hall 1, Joshua Torque 1, Mitchell Cleggett 1, and Tasman Follett with 1. They could not quick anything in the last quarter. For my Ponga Selix, they come home with a wet sail. They were the opposite. They did all theirs in the fourth quarter. James Hutchinson with 2, Samuel Kennedy with 2, Ben Kennedy with 2, and singles to Hassan Ahmat Watkins, Connor Sampson, and Jake Spinks. So that wraps it all up. The other winners, if you just throw us up there, Ian, today, so we go on to here, was a day out here. So the winners for today, which continue on into the preliminary final now, would be in the junior colts was Willunga, senior colts was Willunga, reserves was the McLarens, and of course in the A grade here is my Ponga Selix. So thank you for your viewing. We will wrap up here. Thank you for sitting in on Father's Day and give your dad a rest there, Ian. This is 90.1 Happy FM, is Great Southern Footy on radio and YouTube.
This has been a presentation from Victor Harbour's 90.1 Happy FM.